Bonjour mes amis, salut à tous, and thank you for joining me for the third episode of our Bretonnia campaign. It's been a little bit since we picked this up, so let's do a quick kind of review of all the things that have happened since the last episode. First, the biggest and most important thing is that we have taken the city of Marienburg, which, now that I look at it, I'm going to raise an army in, because we need it. Look at this. Yes, I will recruit you.
Devotee of the lady.
Devotee of the lady. Yeah, please get into Marienburg, if you would please. Let's see. Give her a small garrison of archers. I think that would be okay. But the inclusion of Marienburg into our empire has given us a much needed boost to our economy, which is not in shambles any longer, which has allowed me to field a full stack here. And we're going to take this full stack and attack everyone's mutual enemy, the cursed Dutchy of Mousillon. I can see a couple of their armies right here who are raiding the nearby province of Bordelot, and we're going to give them a little bit of a hand, and which will hopefully give us enough of a reputation boost amongst our fellow Bretonnian kingdoms that we could potentially start to see some confederation. My biggest target is going to be Castle Artois, because I really want these two very centralized pieces here. That way my empire wouldn't be kind of just spread all over the place as it would be if I was, say, to incorporate Lyonesse into my empire. So Castle Artois for the moment seems like the best of the two choices. So that's going to be our goal for the long term. But for the short term, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take on the Red Duke and his warriors here. We are definitely strong enough to beat them, and Lyonesse and Artois will probably join us as well because they don't like Mousillon any more than we do. So we could potentially use their armies to attack them, and now we've managed to force that one army out of raiding stance, which is good. Oh no, unfortunately we're not going to be able to attack them this turn, and we are now taking a little bit of attrition, unfortunately, due to the fact that we are in the cursed undead lands, which it sucks, but there's really nothing we can do about it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass turn. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright, so we have taken quite significant casualties from the attrition, just because of the undead corruption present in this duchy. But we're going to get the hell out of there, move into the city into the duchy of Bordelot, and we're going to continue to chase these guys around all over the place. They can't replenish here, and they do take, if they're not in raiding stance or in, what do you call it, fortress stance, encampment stance, whatever, then they will take attrition as well, just from being present in these lands. So we're going ahead and we're going to pass the turn right there, and yeah, hopefully we can bring these guys to heal. We could definitely use a little bit of help here, I think, from the local armies in Bordelot. I think he's going to get all the way back to his own city. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. I'm kind of okay with having these guys be chased into those lands. Yeah, that's really scary, and they're going to get a garrison as well. So what we need to do is stick ourselves down here in replenishment stance, and we're going to have to wait for a couple turns, I think. And hopefully these guys will come out and attack us. I mean, we're pretty well matched in strength, and the Red Duke is no slouch himself. So hopefully they'll see fit to come out and attack us. If not, we really can't storm the walls of Mousillon, not at this point, not unless we get a little bit of help from our allies. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of what can be done here. Men at arms with a pole arm. That's kind of nice. That is really good because we use the province of that is commanded by Couronne as our main recruiting province. So I have a couple interesting technologies and now some buildings that are going to allow us to recruit a ton of stuff from here. So if I have to recruit an army, I'll be able to recruit almost a full stack in a single turn. So that'll be quite useful for us. But that's all for this turn, so I'm going to pass it, and I'll see you guys now in just a moment. Oh, well, this is interesting. Well, we can't attack Mousillon right now, and I could use the money. So we're going to take the peace treaty. We'll hold on to it for a little while, and then we'll see about confederation here. Maybe we can convince some of our allies to attack the province of Mousillon. Yeah, really, we're at a bit of a stalemate. I can't attack them. Not with the garrison they're going to get. It would just be too much for my very outnumbered force. So it was a very short-lived war against Mousillon, but I think ultimately, because we've shown some initiative, then it might make our neighbors like it just a little bit more. Apparently this is deteriorating. Past treaties with Mousillon, treaties with Marienburg. Let's see here. What do we got? They like us quite a lot, although they don't approve of our treaty with Mousillon at all. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, I suppose that I could attack Mousillon again and break our treaty, but really I don't see the point in that. I'll just get myself destroyed just so that my neighbors will like me a little bit more. Yeah, there's really no point. So let's pass that turn, and we'll figure out what our next step is going to be here, because I definitely need to expand. I'm a little bit bottled up where I am, and I don't want to be able to. I don't want to expand eastward and then have to take on the Empire. I think that'd be a bad thing. A treasonous peasant was siphoning extra grain for himself and his family, who are apparently starving. Clerics say we should make an example of him. I send leadership, 15 upkeep for infantry units. Well, we don't want leadership because we're hoping to fight some battles pretty soon here. I can stick myself in ambush stance. -2 chivalry though. Ah, that's so annoying. Tulas Gasky. Well, if they're willing to come out here and attack Bordelot, maybe we'll be able to convince the rest of that main army to come out. And if we can defeat them in the field alongside these guys, then it won't be a very simple matter of just taking the city. So I think that's pretty much everything that we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass turn again. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly what happened to the Red Duke's army, but it appears to have evaporated. So what we're going to do is attack him right now, because we have the opportunity. It's not very chivalrous, but we're going to do it anyway. Yes, we'll call Leoncoeur and Artois once again, who are going to be joining us in the field of battle against the forces of Mousillon. And that's their garrison right there. I mean, it's a pretty scary garrison. It's a really scary garrison. I mean, we could fight it. You know what? It's boring if we just, like, auto-resolve it. So, let's give that to you. You're pretty scary and you'll be in the thick of things. So we're actually going to fight this. I know that is very heavily in our favor, but it's boring if we just, you know, kind of auto-resolve our way to victory. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start the battle. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright, so this is not going to be an easy battle at all, despite what the auto-resolve tells you. My first order of business is going to be to wipe out the Red Duke, because he's by far the most powerful hero on the field, which will allow us to also wipe out these skeleton horsemen, which I think are present in here, because I also have the Nehakara mod running in the background. I didn't think that would give the vampire counts access to Nehakaran units, but oh well, that's fine. We'll run them down and destroy them very quickly anyways. And then the biggest part of the fighting is going to have to be done by our knights. So what I've done is I've deployed my spearmen back here with my trebuchets in order to defend them, because I imagine that the Vargeists present in the opposing Vampire Count's army are going to beeline right for them and try and take them out very quickly. So a little bit of spearmen there will help us hold on to that for a little bit longer, and the main body of my infantry is going to be defending our center, of course. So let's go ahead and let's get it started. Let's see. I need to move our move everyone up here as quickly as possible and try and take these guys down. They are very foolishly going to charge towards us, and while their reinforcements are going to be coming in back here, so they're going to be quite far behind. And it looks like their cavalry might try to get a little bit farther ahead of them in order to support the Red Duke, their faction leader. So that's good. If they push forward too far with their Black Knights, we'll be able to just destroy them with our superior cavalry in both quality and number. I'll move you guys around. You guys should stop that. Poor Red Duke just got flattened. Get wrecked, buddy boy. You also need to not do that. There we are. Oh man, look at those things. That's pretty scary. Okay, so now's the time to retreat our cavalry. The Red Duke has now been handily dealt with. Let's move these guys back around. There we are. Start to reorganize our army a little bit here. You guys go over on this flank. Seigneur Leoncoeur, you'll go in the center. Yeah, that's right. Get ready. The dead rise. Here they come. That's pretty scary. They're Black Knights with lances and barding are on the other side. So we'll use Leoncoeur and the rest of them, the Grail Knights and so forth, to shut these guys down. It shouldn't be too hard for us to beat 2 units of Black Knights in close combat like that. And now you guys can begin to open fire. And let's see. So can you. Gonna need to concentrate our fire, I think. Yeah, basically where it is right now. I want to take down those Crypt Horrors. They're going to be the biggest, most scary thing for us to have to deal with. They're going to be able to smash right through our center, though. So we're going to pull back pull back my my bowmen so they don't get disrupted, and move forward with the unit of spearmen in anticipation of that kind of charge. Oh, look at that, nice big volley going off here. Looks like we missed them for the most part, which is unfortunate. Let's see what those knights are up to. What those black knights, I should say. Okay, we're gonna have to use this to great effect here. Oh, here they come. This is gonna get scary. Black knights. Let's move in with a few units of our knights errant, rather. Let's see what you guys are up to. I definitely need to kill those damn bats. Where's the other unit of bats? Yeah, those Vargeists. I see exactly what they're doing. Doing exactly what I expected them to, in fact. Let's get on them on either side. Okay, this is going a little bit sideways. Let's run over these greatsword infantry. They're going to be a really big problem for our main line. Crush them! Yeah, we are anti-infantry. There we go. Let's get ourselves back out of there. We managed to crush them in the center, though. Those Black Knights definitely not a match for our heavily armored units. And these Crypt Ghouls are going to fare no better. They are quite weak against armor. Hey, you guys pull back. What are you guys up to? Oh dear. Definitely need to be able to kill them. Move a few of our units here in to support them. Seigneur Leoncoeur, you need to get in there. Yeah, definitely need a little bit of support there on the front lines. How's this going? Those Black Knights now coming in to flank our Knights Errants. We're going to pull them back. Yeah, they're definitely not in a good position right now. How are we doing over here? It looks like some of those... Oh, let's get our Grail Knights and the rest of them out of there. Over here, how are we doing? Seigneur Leoncoeur, not doing too badly against these Vargeists. Oh dear, our poor Pegasus Knights really having a hard time though. Well, now is the time. Let's take these Knights of the Realm, move them in for Hammer and Anvil Strike. These guys are going to need a little bit of help here. Looks like we managed to take out those Vargeists. That is good. Freeze up the rest of our units. Now it's time to get into the back of those Graveguard. And let's use our Pegasus Knights here to come around the rear as well. Oh god, keep losing micro on these guys. Get out of there, you fools! I'm going to cover the retreats by dropping that Urnon's Thunderbolt. Hopefully right on top of these zombies. Now we missed. That's okay. Move these guys around. Get a nice Hammer and Anvil Strike here. These Knights Errants need to hold on for a little bit longer though. There we are. Those Black Knights not having a good time. Looks like these guys are now fading. Oh wow, a mass rout here. We've defeated the army of Mousillon. That's a pretty significant victory right there. I think that is actually going to allow us to take the city of Mousillon. So that is one of our short-term objectives completed for the time being. We didn't do too bad either. My peasants did, terribly. These guys actually, they managed to kill a lot of those Crypt Ghouls, which is very impressive. The rest of them, though, mediocre, I guess. So there it is. The Red Duke now completely destroyed, alongside the Mousillon garrison. Almost none of them have managed to make it back to the city. So we're going to kill them all, of course, obviously. And
Champion of the lady.
Oh wow, that's really nice. So Seigneur Leoncoeur, what did he get? Oh, he got a trait that does all of that, really? All right, now we'll auto resolve this one. We definitely did our duty and fought them honorably in the field. So there we have it. Not going to sack the place. In fact, we're going to just occupy it and try and turn it into a bastion of chivalry and a place of growth for the light instead of the decrepit undead hellhole that it is right now. Let's see here. Capacity replenishment growth. We'll need something to get rid of the vampire corruption that is present here. I don't know what we have that could be useful in that regard. Well, we'll do that for now. Help us make a little bit of money. Elsewhere, let's see what our neighbors think about our victory over Mousillon. They still can't get over the fact that I had a treaty with them for like 2 seconds. Ugh, allies, you make me sad. But alright, let's go ahead and let's pass the turn. Oh, Monsieur Leoncoeur has a skill point. Well, that's kind of nice. Let's do that. Alright, let's pass that turn. What to do now? If we take Lyonesse, and by take I mean confederate with Lyonesse, and then, well, there goes Mousillon. Ha 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 ha. But if we take Lyonesse, we'll be able to have the entire province, which means we can do an edict or something like that. Be very useful.
I am the blood of Gilles.
I don't know. It's gonna be down to really who likes us enough to confederate with us first, Artois or Lyonesse. What do I want at this point? Chivalric code. Okay, it's time for that. It's time to invest in some of our bigger chivalry skills here. Boost our knights a little bit. We boosted our economy sufficiently, I think. And now we can begin to focus on other things. Landed estate. Income from industry minus 100. Do I have any income from industry? I do not. Wait, does this count as industry? Pottery kilns. I don't think so. I think it'll be okay. Perfect. What else can be done? Marienburg now, the public order is on the rise. This is a good thing. Let's see what the garrison here looks like. It's reasonable. A lot of bowmen, a lot of crappy infantry. Maybe it might be useful in the interest of holding the city a little bit longer to create some more peasants. But you know what? I can't spare any more peasants to use as garrison in that castle. I need to be able to keep them in the field. So we'll pass the turn, and we'll see what the next turn brings to us. It would appear that Bordelot... Oh no, never mind. I thought they wanted to have some diplomatic treaties with us. That would be nice. I mean, we did just save their butts. Let's see what they think about us right now. They're friendly. Maybe we can start...
Now is the time to unite. Yes?
Do we have... okay, we do have a treaty, and we have a non-aggression pact. I guess we'll just kind of have to wait. Wow, everyone is really upset that we had a treaty with Mousillon for like 2 seconds. I really shouldn't have done that. But, oh well, I needed the money. And I put it to good use. Well, it appears we're at a bit of an impasse for the time being, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass a few turns. We'll see what happens. So quite a number of turns have passed, and there's been really no change in the desire of either Artois or Lyonesse to join us in Confederation. But what has happened is that Grogzint has now been taken over by a band of marauding orc skull-takers. So instead of just sitting around in our hands, not really doing a whole lot, waiting for our allies to decide when would be a good time for us to unite against the forces of the entire world that are conspiring to destroy Bretonnia, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to stomp on some orc necks in the meantime. So yes, I'm going to declare war on you. And it's a pretty sizable force. There's a lot of cavalry, but their infantry is not so great. So we're actually going to take them on in a field battle, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. All right, here we are. Fairly standard deployment from what you've seen so far. Our peasants making up our center with our cavalry rather on the flanks. I'm going to pull back Leoncoeur, the damsel, and our Pegasus Knights as well to defend our center because they have so much cavalry. I want to be able to keep my my artillery and my missile units online for as long as possible. So we're going to be a little bit more, I suppose we're going to be a little bit more, you could call it defensive. I'm actually going to pull one of these guys off here on the other side to support the cavalry because they're going to need the assistance. Those Savage Orc Boar Boys are not to be trifled with. We're just going to continue to pound their center, though, with that artillery barrage a la Napoleon. We've got our grand battery over there. We're going to use it to just destroy their center. Our peasants are going to be able, I hope, at least to hold the line long enough against these Savage Orcs to allow our cavalry time enough to do their job. Look at that. It's beautiful. Devastation being wreaked now on the orc center. Yeah, hopefully they'll be, maybe about half health in most of the units by the time they get there. I need to get rid of those Savage Orcs, though. They're definitely the scariest portion of that army. Over here, I think this is where we're going to break them first. Try and pull these guys away from them. Oh, you guys are getting a little bit too far forward. I want to be able to pull them back here. And I think the AI will definitely take the bait, because the AI is kind of stupid. Though it looks like we might have a bit of an issue with infantry over on that flank. What we got here? Knights Errant? You guys are perfect for soaking up that charge. I think those two might be enough to finish them off. We're going to have to deal with all that infantry over there, so we're going to keep these guys back. Move them as well. Let's see what we got here. Oh god, I didn't see this. Our poor Knights Errant having a really hard time there against those boar boys. I'm going to move those Pegasus Knights in there and try and break them alongside Monsieur Leoncoeur. Damsel, now would be a very good time for you to hop into action. Let's get her on the... Oop. How we doing here? Not so great. You guys are just going to have to hold. I need to get the damsel over here to use this particular spell. Let's see where it is. Wind Blast, yes. Come on, lady. Wind Blast, this is the one we want. Yep. Come on. Do it before our peasants start to fall apart. Yeah, that did exactly what we needed it to do. Come on, peasants. Where's Monsieur Leoncoeur? We're going to need him. Definitely going to need him over here in the center. Otherwise, we're going to have our center fall apart, and that would be very, very bad for us. We're doing okay on most fronts, but it's really turning out to be very bloody. Yeah, some of them getting to rout now. We're going to need you. Oops, don't know what I just did. Crap. There goes our center line. Maybe able to trap the orcs in there as they rush forward a little bit too eager, perhaps. You guys did get over there. Oh, wow, this is turning out to be very bloody. These orcs are not to be trifled with, not at all. A lot of this is having to do with a little bit of poor micro on my part. You guys need to break them. Except for you. Come over there and need to hit them in the center while we still can. A lot of routing going on here with these orcs. Just keep reforming and coming back. Very eager to fight. Oh, got some Savage Orc Boar Boys over here. Gonna need to take care of them. Let's see how our Pegasus Knights are doing. We're gonna need them, I think, to take care of these big guns. How are these guys doing? Pretty well, actually. There we go. That's enough, I think, to rout them. Very bloody so far. Definitely our bloodiest battle yet. We may have to take a few turns to recover afterwards. There we are. We have victory, but at what cost, I ask? Okay, so we're going to run these guys down with my cavalry, and I'll see you guys back at the campaign, man. Or rather, in the post-battle screen, of course. And there you have it. We did pretty well. Lost about half our force, though, which is quite significant. Those Savage Orc big guns and such are not to be underestimated in close combat. They really made mincemeat of our peasant units. But we didn't lose any units. That's a very good thing. Yeah, Pyrrhic victory, indeed. So, for whatever reason, destroying the entire place, killing everybody inside is going to give us a lot of chivalry, so we're going to do that. I don't know. Let's see what's going on over here at Marienburg. Oh, wonderful. Oh, wow, that's quite nice. Skull Taker is now gone, at least until we see them next time. City, yes, that's nice. And in the meantime, we've actually managed to upgrade our empire quite nicely. All of our heartlands are now very, very good. Very highly advanced buildings, especially Kuran, which is now almost to its maximum capacity in terms of being upgraded. Let's see, what else can we do here on the Lady's Mantle? The missile resistance, haven't really run into too much of a trouble with that. Storm of Magic. This is all for deploying her against enemy armies, which I haven't really done yet. This is going to be nice, though. I'm going to turn down that cooldown, because as you guys saw earlier, it devastated that Orcish front line and allowed us to break their left flank, which is very useful. Yeah, so unfortunately he's going to have to stay there for at least a turn, and not be able to replenish, which sucks. But yeah, we're going to pass it, and I think this will be our last turn for the episode. Quite a lot has happened, and a lot of turns have gone by. I guys didn't really see a lot of them, but it was really just, you know, kind of sitting around waiting for something to happen. Oh, apparently we've lost a unit. Which unit? Oh, one of our Knights Errant apparently has fallen in combat. That's all right. We'll get them back. But yeah, we'll pass one more turn, and we'll see if we can't confederate with some of our neighbors here they do like us. We have high relations with them in like 170, 180 range, but they just don't seem to want to. Okay, fine. I'll pay for that. That's whatever. But yeah, they don't seem to want to confederate with us, and I don't really understand why. That's still improving. Yeah, see, neither of them is really interested in the prospect. Artois. We have really good relations with Artois. And I've even, in the interim, I've even done the relevant, that's not what I wanted to do. The relevant researches to get extra relations with them, and they still don't like us. So let's do green tide decrees, I guess, for now. And, I suppose we'll call it a day there. So that is it for Bretonnia Episode 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Episode 4 will be coming out probably next week, because I want to continue to move this campaign forward as quickly as possible, because we've been kind of neglecting it for a little bit, for a little while, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a lot more, much more quickly with the Bretonnia campaign. But coming up next is going to be another replay. I have a fantastic... you know, I won't tell you. I'll let you guys kind of think on it. But it is a very good replay, and that'll be hopefully coming up tomorrow evening, if not tomorrow morning. But yeah, that's all for me. Thanks, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye!